part of, and they had great health care at Ellis Island, I've got to say. And so my journey to America, my journey here to New York when I was 20, where I studied with, I came to New York, I had a chance of coming to Los Angeles, I had a chance of coming to New York, and my passion was to study. I wanted to study with the great teachers of our time. I wanted to know, I just wanted to know a lot. I wanted to get better, I wanted to grow, I wanted to really do good work. And that was my whole motivation for coming to New York. And I did, I studied with all the great teachers of our era. And so I stayed, and that was my journey. And I just want to say before I forget, because that I'm so honored to be here with Roger Simon, who is, I had the pleasure of doing a play with, who's a wonderful director and a wonderful teacher. And anybody that studies with Roger is going to have a person that really cares about them. And Barbara Loden always used to say to me, one of my early teachers that I loved, she used to say, you have to be very careful whose hands you put yourself into. And she was absolutely right. So if you put yourself into Roger Simon's hands, it's good. It's good. Those are good hands to be put into. And it's good to be a person that studies. I still study. I still take workshops. And I think it's important. And I think the young people today have a different attitude about studying. And I think it's kind of sad, because I think they're cutting off their creative growth. I mean, it's there, the desire is there, but it's like life. We have to grow with it, we have to grow with it, and our talent needs to be nurtured. And thank you for doing what you do.
Rutanya, first of all, I thank you, and so much of the book, when I read it, is about what you're talking about, because everything seemed to me a discovery that you were making, in some cases for the first time, very much like an artist, whether it's an actress, or in this case, you as a writer. And, you know, we've been in, as a studio, this is our 38th year, and we're located here, and a little later you're all invited to sit in and watch us fall on our ass. But that's what hit me, how you observed the details of what you saw about people. Your textbook were people, and isn't that what acting is? The textbook is really observing humanity, and that's what you get every page. Some of the character studies are incredible, and also a study in survival. I mean, if you look at this person, and tell, how could she survive a movie like that and look like this? You know what I mean? I mean, this was the most incredible thing that after you finish the book, that Rutanya looks still like she does, because it was a study to me of much of our business. We get into it because we love it. And this leads me to the first question I'm going to ask you, because we love it. We love the process, most of us.
Yes.
We love the craft, and at its best, the art. Not always is it art, as we know, but it's craft that we're learning. And you did that, and you had a hunger for that, and you still do that. You're still studying, and you're still working at it at your young age, and you are. But the question I have is what we talked about earlier. How did you balance that kind of love of the process and all the things we want to do as actors and create with the reality of dealing with commercial, in this case, a very difficult commercial situation for a very long time, where you're working with some people that are, let's just say, not very easy to even tolerate, to get that job done. How did you find a way to do that? How did you align yourself? How did you make the best? Some people can't. I know that there are some people who study, and when they get into the real world, they're lost.